Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is April and you are welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're a returning viewer and if you are new here, then of course you're welcome. If you like the kind of content that you see on my channel page, and please do check that out, check out the kind of videos that I make. If you like the kind of content, then of course subscribe to my channel and don't forget to click on the bell notification button to always be notified each time I post a new video. As you guys can see, today's video is going to be fun. Is going to be controversial a little bit because I'm going into your assumptions. A number of you guys sent me some questionable assumptions on my Instagram. So if you don't yet follow me on Instagram, then of course don't forget to do so. But anyway, let's get straight into the assumptions that you guys sent to me. Okay, so first of all, let me just say thank you to everyone who sends compliments. I am very flattered when I receive compliments, so thank you so much if you sent me a compliment. So the very first assumption that some of you guys have about me, and this is quite a common one, is that I'm not friendly. Okay. I'm not friendly here. Okay, so let me just clarify this. I wouldn't say I'm not friendly, but then I wouldn't say I'm friendly. I'm like, first of all, I'm quite antisocial. Someone said I'm antisocial, which by the way is true. I'm antisocial, so I don't really like people in general. I tend to be alone or with one person most times. So you rarely find me in a large group of friends. Generally, I'm not really a people person. And that is why I might come off as unfriendly, because I'm just not that kind of positive, person who just gets along with everyone. But usually when people get to know me well, they say that I'm friendly. So I think it also depends on the kind of context, like how you know me. That's also important. So if we met when I was on vacation, trust me, you would think I'm very friendly because I was out relaxing and like we met in a very casual setting. But if you know me from work or you know me from school, you might just really see me as unfriendly and strict and all up in herself, because I'm usually like in work or school mode. So I'm really serious about those kinds of things. So that's why it's like sometimes I can be friendly, sometimes I can be unfriendly. It depends. Okay, so the next person said you have no social life because of your studies. Well, first and foremost, I'm not in school anymore, so that point is kind of moot. But I guess where this person is going, of course, and it's not true. That's absolutely not true. I was very serious in school. I was very serious about my studies in school, but I did have a social life. I did a lot of things which I enjoyed outside of school. I did a lot of traveling. I did go to a couple of parties. I'm not the kind of person who's going to be just sitting at home or sitting in her room all the time, cooped up, studying and shit. Nah. I had a boyfriend the whole of my 4 years in uni. So that's first and foremost. We did a lot of joint activities together. We went to a lot of events together. I did a lot of traveling. I had other extracurricular activities. I was the head of a committee. I did other stuff which were unrelated to school. So, it's not true that I didn't have a social life. And even now that I'm out of school, I still have quite a social life. I still meet up with friends, I still go to events and all that. So, not true. Someone is saying you are allergic to fufu.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
No, I ain't allergic to fufu, okay? Thank you. Okay, you are hiding your skincare routine. Seriously? Okay, so now this is a very important topic because a lot of you, mostly girls, have been DMing me, commenting, sending me assumptions and all kinds of stuff like that about my skincare routine. And someone even took it personal that I didn't want to share my skincare routine because I just don't want to share it or something like that. I didn't even understand what the person's point was. The honest truth is that I don't really have a skincare routine. Like you see all those girls on YouTube and stuff who have plenty of products that they use and they have a nighttime routine and then they have a morning routine and all that. Honestly, I don't. I wash my face twice a day. I don't even use cream on a daily basis, so I usually just moisturize when it's Hamatan, like when it's the dry season, or when my skin feels really dry. I moisturize. I know it's not good. Please don't come and roast me in the comments. Don't come and tell me that, oh, you have to take care of your skin, la 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 la. I know. It's just that it's not really my thing. Do you feel me? Like, all of those kind of like hair care routines, skin care routine, it's just not really my thing. I'm very minimalistic in that sense. So I don't have a lot of skincare products. I do scrub my face. So I use a scrub on my face just to, get rid of the dead skin cells and all that. It's like maybe once a month, once in a while. And I use soap, like literally like normal soap to wash my face. That's honestly like it. I wash my face twice a day. That's actually very important to me. I make sure to wash my face twice a day. That's it. You wear glasses as a fashion statement. Do you see these eyes over here? Do you see these eyes over here? They cannot see very well, okay? The reality is that I have an eye problem, okay? I'm short-sighted, okay? I'm short-sighted, so I need glasses to be able to see far. That is why sometimes some of you have noticed that I squint in person. If I'm not wearing my glasses and I'm looking at something far away, I squint because I can't see. So no, I don't wear glasses as a fashion statement. I actually cannot see well far. So yeah. Okay, so there are a number of assumptions concerning my identity. Like someone is saying, you have an identity crisis. Someone is saying you want to be white. You don't know who you are. A number of comments like that. Okay, so let me just clarify this because this has also been kind of a problem I've realized. So the thing is that I am mixed race, so I am biracial. By the way, someone said that as well, that I'm not 100% Ghanaian and I am biracial. Yeah, that's true. I'm not 100% Ghanaian and I am biracial. Those are true assumptions. I categorize myself as a biracial person. So yes, I do classify myself as white and I do classify myself as black. And this is not even about my classification. Genetically, biologically, I am half black and half white. This is not about what you are telling me. Like if you tell me, oh, you are this, who are you to tell me who I am? If we talk about it genetically and biologically, I'm half white and half black, and that is what I identify myself as. Now, I know that in some countries, like the US, for example, when you have even one drop of black blood, you are considered black. So in the US, a lot of people would consider me as black. They would say, you are black. And that's on them. I don't live in the US. I don't really go by the US culture. I live in Ghana. And in Ghana, I classify myself as mixed race. In Ghana, we have half caste. And to be completely frank, even if I was in the US, I would classify myself as biracial. Everybody else can classify me however they want, like by their culture. They will be like, oh, you're black, whatever. But I know who I am and I'm comfortable with that. And also, don't come and be telling me that how can you be accepting your white side or something like that? Like, what the hell? Like, are you correct? I was born and raised partially in a white country. My mom is white. So no, I'm not playing for the white side. Gosh, there are really some racist people out there. Like, honestly, like there are some people who've been accusing me and stuff of being white and stuff. Like, what is that? I'm half white. I do identify with my white side. And I can't say I am fully black or I'm fully on the black side because I'm literally in between. So you either accept it or you don't accept it, but that's just the reality of it. Thank you. Next. Okay, so someone is saying you have a problem with LGBTQ. No, that's not a correct assumption. I have no problem whatsoever with LGBTQ. Now, I am not part of the LGBTQ society or group, but I have no issue with the people. What I don't like actually is propaganda. So I don't like it's being shoved in my face or it's being promoted like that. I just don't feel comfortable when anything is part of a propaganda or is being promoted, whether it's religion. I think certain things are personal, and that is how I see sexuality and sexual orientation. I see it as a personal thing. So, it's none of my business if you are lesbian. It's none of my business if you are gay, a gay man. or whether you are trans or queer or whatever. I pay attention to people's personalities primarily and certain core values like honesty, you know, like loyalty, those kinds of things. I don't care about someone's sexual orientation. It doesn't bother me as long as it's not forced on me. You know, I wouldn't want to have a lesbian friend who is constantly trying to get me to become lesbian because she is in love with me. No, I will not tolerate that. Okay, then I had a number of comments which are related to sex. So you're a prude, where you don't sleep around, you are a cheater, stuff like that. Okay, so let me clear this up as well. You know, everybody is different, and a lot of you guys are used to seeing that kind of sexual content on YouTube, and you know, that's all good, that's all okay. I am not like that. I prefer to keep certain things private. It's a personal choice. So there are certain things which I would keep private, and my YouTube channel is focused on particular things. It's not focused on sex. It doesn't encompass my sexual life because that is my choice. And that doesn't mean that I'm a prude. I just think that our society is so overly sexualized, and for me, I just don't really like, I just don't align with that. That doesn't mean that I'm a prude. You understand? It doesn't mean that I'm a prude. I just like to have my sexual life private, and I like to have it separate from, let's say, my YouTube or from my work. Just a personal preference, honestly. And there are so many YouTubers out there who do touch on sex and their sexual lives, and if you are interested in that, you can always patronize them, but you just will not get that from me because that's just not me. Yeah, and yes, I don't sleep around. I'm not that kind of person, and in fact, my overall view on sex is that it is overrated. I don't sleep around for personal reasons. It's just not my lifestyle. That's not also how I was raised. It doesn't mean that there is anything wrong with other people doing that. I have friends who do, girlfriends who do have very healthy sex lives, and I have no issue with that. I have no issue even talking about that with them. It's all good, but just not me. No, I have never cheated. I have had one boyfriend my whole life, like one actual serious boyfriend. I've never cheated on him. I'm not a cheater, and I'm actually very strict about that. Like, no, I don't do that kind of shit. No. Okay, so someone is saying you have a belly button piercing. No, I do not have a belly button piercing. I don't really like piercing, so I'm not a piercing kind of girl. Okay, so someone is saying I'm fragile. No, I'm not fragile. Hey, I'm not fragile. No. Okay, I guess maybe to some extent you can say, especially on the emotional level, because I'm very emotional. So in that sense, maybe you can say yes, I'm fragile. But generally, like especially when it comes to school and work and that kind of thing, no, I'm not fragile. You find Ghana's kind of politics to be crude and partisan and not necessarily based on policies. 100% true. I'm not into politics in general. I'm apolitical, so you are not going to hear me campaign, and you are not going to hear me talk in favor of one party against the other party. I might comment once in a while on policies which I think are good or policies which I think are bad. Okay, you are nerdy and an introvert. That's kind of true. I am kind of nerdy, but again, it depends on where we meet. So it depends on the context. It really depends on the context. There are certain times when like I'm not nerdy at all, and then there are other times where I'm like really, really nerdy, and it also depends on what we are talking about. So that's important. And an introvert, yes, I would consider myself an introvert, but I'm like an extroverted introvert. It depends on the people, it depends on the place, it depends on the time, it depends on my mood, it depends on what's going on. So yeah, kind of true. Okay, so another topic which it kind of irritates me. I feel like it's just highlighted too much in Ghana for no good reason. That topic is religion. I am assuming you are not religious because of a bitter past experience. And then someone is also saying, I assume you are not religious. I've actually made that quite clear again on my Instagram. I'm not religious, guys. not because of a bitter past experience. No, I haven't had like a bad or bitter past experience. No. I'm not religious, but I am spiritual. I do believe in God. As I stated in my first Who Am I video, I do believe in God. I am just not religious, so I don't associate myself with a particular religion. And my view on this is that first and foremost, it's a private thing. And it is a problem for me how in Ghana people highlight it so much. Like, I find it very, very, very weird when people ask so casually, like, are you a Christian? Like, what religion are you? I don't know. I just feel like, there are certain things. It's like asking someone their weight, unless it's needed for a particular reason, like it's a survey or something like that. I just feel like certain things should not be asked. And people's relationship with God or their relationship with the spiritual realm is private. And then first and foremost, it is nobody's business whether someone is religious or not. Of course, I choose to answer because I want to answer, but generally the question to me is just like, why do you care? Like, why does it matter? It's like someone asking me if I'm straight or if I'm lesbian. That's also another question which I feel like is just like, seriously? I don't know. It's just weird. Like, it's weird to me, you understand? Nah, like, fam, like, nah, like, don't go there. Like, don't bring your religious, stuff onto me. It's just not going to end well. But I should say this, I do want to make a separate video on my religious views just because I feel like it, and it's quite a contentious thing. So that video should definitely be coming out soon. You guys should watch out for it. About the boyfriend thing, someone is saying you've had multiple boyfriends at the same time. I've never had multiple boyfriends at the same time. I don't support that kind of thing, at least not for myself. So yeah, this is where my open-mindedness ends. Like, I'm just not about that life. Okay, so there is no way that I can answer all these assumptions in this video, but I have grouped a lot of them together and I have answered most of them. So I thank you guys so much for sending in your assumptions, and of course I thank you also for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something about me from it, and of course I also hope that it was quite entertaining and all that. Yeah, if you guys have any comments, if you guys have any video recommendations, then of course don't forget to drop them down in the comment section below. I always read comments and I always reply to comments, so definitely do that, and I'll see you again in another video. But for now, as I always say, it's a goodbye. Bye.